So this week, I decided to learn how to juggle. To practice, I'm gonna use these balls, which are specifically designed to juggle. If you don't have them, I suggest you not to play with food. Instead, you can easily create juggling balls using your socks. We simply need to roll them one at a time from the toe end towards the opening. And when we get there, we flip this part over the sock. Then we repeat the process for the second sock. At this point, we stick together the two socks and we flip the opening like we did before. Like this, we created something that could be perfectly used as a juggling ball. Anyways, I started shining immediately with 3 balls, but I didn't actually know what I was doing and I had a hard time catching the balls mid-air. I kept practicing and slowly I was getting slightly better, but my throws and my catches were still extremely inconsistent. And then, after a bit of research, I got the theory down. First, we need to learn the correct positioning of the body. In the beginning, I was moving a lot trying to catch the balls, but instead we need to keep our feet in the same position, the knees a bit bent and the elbows tight against the body. This way your hands are gonna stay in the same position and it's gonna be easier to catch the balls. Now, we need to practice with one single ball. This helps you learning how to pass the balls from one end to the other, always at the same height and also the same plane, and obviously by keeping the elbows at your hips. Then I tried with 2 balls. In this case, we have to apply the same concept but forming a sort of X in the air. We throw the second ball when the first one reaches the top of its arc and is starting to fall back. But I needed to practice for a while to understand the timing and to become consistent. My biggest problem was that sometimes I threw the second ball forward away from me. So I started really focusing on the second throw and after a few minutes I was able to fix that. For me, it feels more comfortable to start throwing with my non-dominant hand. Just take that in mind, maybe it could be the same for you. I kept practicing and after a while I got pretty confident. So I decided to try with 3 balls. I start by holding 2 balls in the left hand and 1 in the right hand. When the ball A is at the peak, we throw the ball B. When the ball B is at the peak, we catch the A and we throw the C. After a few minutes of practice, I got used to the movement and I decided to add one more throw. And then I realized that once you got confident, it's all about repeating the same movement over and over again. Yeah. I made a good progress really fast, but I was still extremely inconsistent. I kept missing something, and I couldn't keep juggling for more than 5 or 10 consecutive seconds. Then I started working on the precision of my throws, focusing on keeping them always at the same height and the same plane. And in a matter of minutes, I started to see the first good results, but there was still a lot to improve. Practice makes perfect, and I'm still not perfect at all. It is also really important to keep a constant rhythm. That's why I'm bouncing right now. Meanwhile, I was getting tired, so I decided to take a break. And for some reason, when I started again, I was much better than before. I was more composed and I had much more control of my throws. My goal was to juggle continuously for at least 20 seconds. And it's pretty crazy if you think how bad and inconsistent I was literally 3 hours and 10 minutes before this moment. In the beginning, I thought it was impossible, but the more I tried, the more it got easier and also funnier. After that, I kept practicing and I got really confident juggling with 3 balls. I got more precise and it started to feel natural and also actually more relaxing. But then it seemed almost too easy to juggle with balls. So I decided to use different kinds of objects. I started first with travel adapters and it worked perfectly. Then I tried with socks and I have to say that it's not that different from doing it with the juggling balls. I also tried with a screwdriver kit, a lock, and a shoe I used to wear a few years ago. And this was pretty difficult, by the way. I love juggling and I really wanted to try, so I have here 3 more balls that I don't need. I'm gonna give them away to a random person that follows me on Instagram. Free shipping worldwide. I'll see you next week with a new skill.